Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I have another video for you guys about Call of Duty 2019. So rumor has it, as I'm sure you guys are well aware, that Infinity Ward's next game is going to be Modern Warfare 4, and today, Activision held an investors call where they gave us our first official information about the game. During the call, CFO Dennis Durkin officially confirmed that Call of Duty 2019 is being developed by Infinity Ward, and he also said, and I quote, "It will appeal broadly to both existing and new fans in what will be a great step forward for the franchise that is also rooted in some of the franchise's most important history." Ladies and gentlemen, some of the franchise's most important history. Now, of course, he did not confirm that it's Modern Warfare 4, but he's heavily implying that it's going to be Modern Warfare 4. This certainly does tie into all the leaks and the rumors that say that Modern Warfare 4 is on the way, though I must say that the phrase, "a great step forward," is a very interesting choice of words, right? Because what a lot of fans want with Call of Duty 2019 and with Modern Warfare 4 is for the game to be a huge step backwards instead of a huge step forward, right? Now, of course, we want new maps, we want new guns, new perks, new things like that, but lots of fans want the game's multiplayer to be very similar to what we saw back in Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare 3, which those games may not seem like they're really that old, but Modern Warfare 2 came out 10 years ago, and Modern Warfare 3 came out like 8 years ago, right? So those games are really freaking old, and that's the kind of experience that fans want out of Call of Duty 2019, which, can we just start calling it Modern Warfare 4 at this point? I mean, when he says it ties into some of the franchise's most important history, that can only mean a couple of things. If you look at what Infinity Ward has made, they've done Infinite Warfare, and I don't think that's exactly important history. They've done Call of Duty Ghosts, which was a very polarizing game. Lots of people actually want to see a Ghost 2, but when they say important history, I don't think they're talking about the one-off game they did back in 2013. They, of course, did the entire Modern Warfare series, which was pretty freaking important, and then before that, they did a couple of World War II games. So it's entirely possible, I suppose, that COD 2019 by Infinity Ward is going to be a new World War II game, but come on here, guys. I think we can all agree this is likely going to be Modern Warfare 4, but the big question is, how exactly is the game actually going to play out? Because after having 3 different advanced movement games, then having Black Ops 4 drastically changing up the health mechanics and having a super heavy focus on specialists, people just want a new, modern-themed game with no specialists and classic boots-on-the-ground gameplay. Basically, we just want Modern Warfare 4, right? We want it to be a proper sequel to Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and fingers crossed that's what Call of Duty 2019 actually delivers. Now, moving away from the multiplayer side of things here for a second, I want to let you guys know some very important news here. It was officially confirmed in the Q&A section of today's investors call that Call of Duty 2019 will in fact have a campaign and a co-op mode. There was no mention whatsoever of Battle Royale, which again is exactly what fans are wanting to hear, man. I'm excited for a new campaign, especially if it's going to be continuing the Modern Warfare story. They did not confirm zombies, which was also very interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be zombies because zombies is pretty much synonymous with the Call of Duty franchise at this point. Rarely does the series break away from zombies for any reason whatsoever, but who knows? This could actually be the highly anticipated return of the Spec Ops mode, which would be pretty cool, but at the same time, you gotta think of it from a business perspective. How are they going to push whatever season pass you know they're going to try and push on us next year? How are they going to push that on us with Spec Ops missions, right? It really doesn't work out that well as compared to zombies maps or extinction chapters or things like that. So as of right now, we really have no idea what they have planned for the co-op mode, but we do know for a fact that Call of Duty 2019 will have a campaign. It will have what they call an expansive multiplayer, and it will also have a co-op mode of some description. Now, one other really interesting aspect of today's news is this game actually ties into Call of Duty Ghosts at least a little bit. So hear me out on this. I have a bit of a history lesson for you guys. Did you know that initially, after they made Modern Warfare 3, Infinity Ward was going to start working on Modern Warfare 4 instead of Call of Duty Ghosts? The idea initially was they were going to nuke the entire world after the events of Modern Warfare 3 and have a post-apocalyptic themed game. That initial idea would eventually turn into Call of Duty Ghosts after making a bunch of changes to it, but the idea originally was for Modern Modern Warfare 4 to be a pseudo post-apocalyptic game where the entire world was nuked out. Now, because of this, I have to wonder, is this going to be the setting for Call of Duty 2019? Because in a post-apocalyptic setting, it would be very difficult for things to get too crazy when it comes to technology, which means the game could be set at a future date after the events of Modern Warfare 3, but still have only modern weapons and relatively modern technology. Now, of course, I'm not talking about Call of Duty Fallout here. That would be a little bit too extreme, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that the game could be set after the events of Modern Warfare 3, where the entire world has been nuked in one way or another. That seems like a very interesting and very possible setting, and I would love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. What do you hope to see with Call of Duty 2019? Do you think that's going to be Modern Warfare 4, and do you think it's possible that it's actually going to be a step backwards and that it would actually play like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3? Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, but before we wrap up the video here today, I would like to let you guys know about a couple of other announcements that were made by Activision during the investors call. Number one, they say that they're looking to create a new city-based Call of Duty league similar to the Overwatch League, which sounds really freaking interesting. Number two, they claim that they are going to be increasing coordination between the different Call of Duty development studios and adding unified leadership between all three of them going forward so that each game will have a more consistent user experience. That is very interesting. I could probably talk about that one for probably another 20 minutes or so, but just think about that for a second. All three of the Call of Duty dev studios are going to start working together more closely than ever before and have unified leadership between all three of them so that the games are more similar as compared to being much more different. That's definitely very interesting. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys think about that down there in the comments. And finally, they claim that Black Ops 4 is going to be getting more frequent updates throughout the rest of 2019, and I suppose we are going to just have to wait and see how that'll play out. I mean, it has been a barren wasteland of nothingness throughout the entirety of 2019 so far, but as I discussed in my previous video, which if you guys didn't catch it, I did upload another video earlier today. We have a new operation right around the corner. We have a big map update coming to Blackout, as well as 2 new multiplayer maps, and probably a bunch of other stuff on top of that, so that should be pretty interesting. But I really do hope they keep their promise when they say that Black Ops 4 is going to get more updates going forward, because so far, it has been pretty rough going. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you guys here in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop me a rating, and be sure to check out my previous video if you guys want to catch all the new teasers for the upcoming content here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. But once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.